Guys, can you hear us? Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Everybody got recording that needs recording?
Can I please, Max?
Okay. Sorted out, Anton? Anton, you're going to kick us off if that's okay?
Absolutely fine. Nuno, how are you? It's nice to see you. Look, obviously, with every day that passes, the situation during the pandemic and the COVID-19 situation seems to get worse in the country. Are you concerned that football may have to stop at some point?
I'm mainly concerned of the situation that we are living as a society, that we cannot move forward and go back to a normal situation. The virus and the pandemic is affecting a lot. The increase of cases is growing in a scary way. This is what is my main concern. With regards to football, I think things have changed. I think the moment, almost a year ago, we were stopping because we didn't know what was happening. The virus was something that we never had experienced. You didn't know what can provoke, what can cause. So it was a lot of doubts. Now, after the restart, I think everybody made a big effort to go again to football under the circumstances that we are. And there were protocols, there were meetings, there were decisions. Things have changed inside of decisions. We were unsure that no matter what we were playing, because we only need 14 players available to play a match. Now things have changed. It's not happening. And now we start thinking about stopping again. And I don't know for sure what is better. What I think and I'm afraid of is if the decision is to stop, the football as we know now will not be the same. And this is my biggest fear, because the schedule will go crazy. It will be impossible to even finish the league and think about the Euros. So what I feel is that if we stop, everything will change. A new football will come, probably with the Super League, probably with other competitions, and then it will be a matter of which clubs will survive. So it's a tough decision to make.
You say it's been a scary time. We don't see what happens at the football club for obvious reasons, but how difficult has it been for you, the players, the coaching staff during this pandemic?
Extremely difficult for all the managers, all the players, all the clubs. It's been, for everybody involved in the game, it's been very, very hard, very difficult to plan, always with the fear that you prepare a match, then you wait on result of a test. Can you use the player? Can you not use the player? You're going to play a club that has cases. Are they able to compete and present a good team? All these things. So I think everybody has been trying hard, and I think all of us has a mission or the obligation, the moral obligation to do our best to keep on going. That doesn't say that we are insensible for what's happening around us. It says that I think this spirit is required in these moments. If we go and complain about all the situations, the answer is clear. So we stop. But giving up now will have big impact on the future for sure.
You talk about the consequences for clubs and for leagues. Is there anything you'd like to see happen in right now to potentially protect teams, protect clubs, protect leagues?
I don't know. Honestly, Anton, is much wider than just a simple opinion. I'm aware, and I can see a lot of opinions coming from all over the part in the game: managers, players, staff, fans, broadcasters. Maybe it's the right moment to get together and try to hear all the voices, all the opinions, getting all the feelings from everybody, especially the players. How are they dealing? The doubts that they have, the fears, so we can make a good decisions. If I come here and I give my own decision to you, someone agrees, someone don't agree, but I don't have a chance to tell you the why behind the opinion. So maybe it's the right moment for everybody. Like we always, I think, always in English football did. All the decisions were made with common sense and all the parts involved. So this is what I expect now, sooner than later, a proper meeting with all the sectors in the game involved.
There has been some good news, especially for Wolves over the last week. The club gave us updates on various players coming back from injury, including Raul Jimenez. How is he? How great is it to see him back around the club a bit more?
It's very good. It's very good to have Raul around. It's very good to see him improve. It's very nice to see him smile and already doing some exercise in the gym, and having the positive thought that he's going to return and join us. This is what pleases me and everybody around the club the more, that we gonna have Raul back.
And Johnny as well is back in training.
No,
how
that's
important
not
is it
true.
that he returns?
That's not true.
Oh, so it's back.
That's not true.
There was an update on Johnny though, positively again.
There was a medical update that I think was last week. Johnny still is improving. He's doing really well. He's working very hard, but he still has time to rejoin us again. We have Boli out. We have Marçal out. We have problems. We have problems that we'll try to find solutions for them.
And you've said previously, obviously, is that you hope the club does bring in players during the January transfer window. Are you hoping that will be this week?
We made already the decision of recalling Patrick and Morgan. We still have time. The transfer window is open, and we have to be ready for what can happen. Ins and outs, we always have to be. As long as the transfer window is open, we have to be really ready to react if that's the case, and ready to rebalance if you consider that you still need more options.
An interesting game tomorrow night against Everton. They've had a good season. What are you expecting from them?
A very tough match. Everton is a very good squad. Fantastic manager. It's going to be very tough. Going back to Molino is always good for us, and we want to compete well. We want to keep improving and having a good game.
Thank you, Nuno.
Thank you.
Jonathan, have you got any questions?
Yeah. Hi, Nuno. You said there that you have problems. Clearly you do, injury-wise. I just wonder, as a manager who famously has been able to select the same team during periods of your time in charge, is this one of the most challenging periods of your time at Wolves?
For sure it is. We had seasons before that. I think in the first season of the Premier League, I think we made the same starting 11 10 times, I think. So that reflects a lot on how we were before. Now it's a different situation, and we are ready for it. It's always demanding to all the situations that's happening around us. This particular year is very demanding for everybody.
How much admiration do you have for Carlo Ancelotti, both in terms of his history in the game, but also what he's done in his short time at Everton so far?
I have a big admiration for Carlo. I know him personally, and I admire and respect him a lot.
And in terms of the way he's moved that team on, he's done well, hasn't he?
Of course, he's done well. He's done well. He's a fantastic manager, and with very good players in the squad. So the conditions are good, and that's why we expect a very tough match tomorrow, because we're going to face a very good opponent.
Can I ask you about Leander Dendoncker? He's had a lot of praise recently. How have you seen him improve as a player, and how valuable now is he to your team?
He's very valuable since the beginning. He's a top player. Gives us many things. Talented. The distance that he and the spaces that he can fulfill in the pitch are very important for us. I'm very happy.
And just one final one from me. You said earlier that this might be the right moment to get more people together to talk about the current situation. I guess that would need some sort of, I mean, who would lead on that, Nuno? Who would you like to see leading more in this current situation?
The big institutions, health, security, health. I don't know how you could say. Public health, the Premier League, the broadcasters, the managers, the players, the press, the fans, anyone that can give a value and good opinion. I think it'll be wise to get the general feeling of everybody around the game. That's what I meant. But if he has to start, the Premier League should give the first step, and then try to get everybody involved.
Nuno, if I may, I want to make sure that I'm not misunderstanding what you said before. So just to make it clear, it sounded like you have a fear that the current situation, if the game was to stop, would be used almost as a cover or an excuse to make more radical changes. And that sounded like that's something that concerns you, that this situation would be used as a mechanism to do that. And I don't want to misquote you. Is that what you mean?
No, you miss. No, it's totally. No. It's not an excuse, and it's not an opportunity to change. No, it's just the realization of you just start thinking about the time frame that you have until the end of the season, and you engage with the Euros, and it's impossible. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Impossible. If we repeat the same stoppage time that was before, it would be impossible. And what I meant regarding the future is not like an excuse or an opportunity for nothing. Is just my own or my personal view that as when I have awareness of what's going around, probably we will not find the same model that we are now.
I see.
Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Yeah, because presumably, if you had to stop, or if the game stopped, a 1 or 2 week stoppage isn't realistic, is it? Because you'd have to presumably have all the players isolate and then pick up their fitness again. So there would be a minimum period. Is that reasonable to assume?
That was the considerations when we stopped the first time.
Sure.
We identified that the time that we stop requires the time for the preparation after. It's equal. So if you stop X weeks, you need X weeks to restart.
Right.
So that's not only the moment that you stop. It's all together. And basically, my opinion is based on what is the economy of the clubs, the idea that you start feeling that's coming around with other competitions probably emerging, basically because the industry needs to find ways to survive and to move forward.
And this is greater than individual clubs. The game needs to act as one.
Sorry?
This is a bigger problem than just individual clubs. The game has to consider its future as a whole rather than the best for each club.
Of course. And based on what we have now, I don't see. Can be. It's only opinion. I'm not
sure.
It's only opinion, but probably if you make a quick comparison, what's happening in the economic industry, fact, all these things. If you have a crisis, then the strong will survive. All about the rest.
True.
In the game, this is a pyramid, no? So the problems will start coming from up, from down, and will affect, as the same as I mentioned to you regarding of developing of young players, the gap that is happening in now will have a reflection on the future. Everybody is aware of that. If you are young boys that in a weekly basis they work 15 hours a week, now they are not working, they are not training, they are not playing football. You start multiplicating by the weeks that this is not happening. I think it's clear, no?
Indeed, yes. Thank you.
Okay, I think that's it for broadcast. So people can switch